Okay, so the holiday season is coming up, and I want to talk about generational trauma with you a little bit. As somebody who is in the phase of life where, I have my own family, I have a child and a child on the way, and we're starting to form our own traditions and figure out what works for us as a family. I've come face to face with a lot of things surrounding the holidays that I'm realizing are tradition or were kind of like thrust upon me or my partner. And as the holidays are coming up, I'm definitely thinking, okay, so like, what is this going to look like? And I know many people get nervous because they're going to be around their extended family, and everybody's family operates a little bit differently. For me as a kid, holidays were really like, as much as there were fun aspects, there were sources of stress, and there was a lot of family blow-ups. And I kind of like, it's weird. Like I was like bracing myself, like I didn't know what to expect. And like, as I've gotten older, I think my boundaries surrounding large events with family have changed over time. And I had made another video, I think where we sent it out in our Thanksgiving newsletter, about suggesting to have your own form of transportation, like an exit strategy if you need to, being really mindful about those family members that maybe don't feel safe to you emotionally. Just because someone's family doesn't mean that they are a safe person for you to be around emotionally or physically. And so I think it's first just developing that relationship with yourself or your inner child and knowing that you could remove yourself at any time. And then being mindful about the environments that you put yourself in. Is there a certain person's house that you're not really comfortable at? Maybe you bow out of that one and you go to the other event. Is it safer to you to have it on your terms at your own home? Do you have family members that are in active alcoholism or addiction that you don't want to welcome into your home? Is this a, case by case scenario where you have to speak with your partner and have a plan for if XYZ happens, what will we do? Will we leave in solidarity? So keeping that in mind is really important. But I also think looking at the different expectations that go across the generations is important, right? So if we look at the silent generation of my grandparents, like I would say they have little to no awareness in general. I am not saying everyone, but they have little to no awareness in general. Like it's very much like, this is what we've always done, this is what we do. And everybody kind of goes along with it. And then the boomers, which is like my parents' age, kind of just go along with it. Like I've never seen my mom more anxious than when she felt like my grandmother was demanding something or expected something. Like she walks on eggshells, right? To like feel like she's being respectful. Like that was their culture. So I don't imagine my mom setting healthy boundaries like throughout my childhood, especially around holidays, about what's okay to be around her kids or not. And then the boomer culture, I have found, and maybe it's not always the case, but for me and people I know, has been very much about like this like dismissive attitude towards whatever your experience is. And if you're not going along with whatever their mentality is, you're disrespectful or you're stepping on them. As somebody who is a millennial, and also I guess I'm Gen Y, I think I am. Yeah, Gen Y. I want Pierre to tell you that you get to create your own rules. You get to create what's safe for you, what feels authentic to you, and what's comfortable for you, and what you want to expose your children to if you have children. Holidays are great, but I just refuse to live in a world where we glaze over how family dysfunction may affect those holidays. And I actually want them to be enjoyable, which is why I have taken the time to really think about this and talk about this with you today, because I know that a lot of people get anxious as the holidays come up. And I really want to empower you to be mindful about the events that you decide to attend and know that you can create boundaries that make it a safe, fun, happy, and healthy holiday for you and your whole family. And the worst thing that might happen is that some other adult might get their feelings hurt. And I personally am okay with that over me feeling unsafe or me feeling like I can't enjoy my holiday. So this is something that I think doesn't get talked about enough. And I would encourage you to just be mindful while you're making your plans this year and give yourself complete permission to unapologetically plan things the way that feels authentic to you and safe to you, and enjoy your holiday.